Just pulled up to the Zoological Wildlife Foundation. Hi!
So this is Limbani.
I've been wanting to meet you for so long.
She can take pictures. She can hold your GoPro if you want. Oh, is that the new one?
I'm gonna go inside. There's peacocks out here though. Oh my gosh, I'm here. Oh, there's a pig! Oh, so many things. Turkeys are weird. Look at the monkeys. Those are capuchins. What's up, Claus? What is that sound? What makes that sound? Here's my wristbands. I am at the Zoological Wildlife Foundation, or ZWF for short, which is a 5-acre zoo in Miami, Florida. Here they hold guided wildlife tours. Some of those tours include the general wildlife experience, which is what I did. But this place is a 5-acre zoo. Their whole point is just to educate the public about the dangers that a lot of these animals face in the wild and what we can do to help. All I'm gonna say is, I'm freaking excited for this tour. So here we have the squirrel monkeys. These bad boys are native to South America. They travel in groups called troops of up to 500 monkeys. As a defense mechanism, they urinate on themselves. This is so a predator would smell a large group. The squirrel monkey is omnivorous. They mostly eat fruits and insects. The conservation status is least concern. So we're walking. We were looking in here. At first we didn't see it, and then I saw something moving in the distance. And I was like, whoa, dude, thing's huge. Did not know anteaters were this freaking big, just saying. Here we have Demetrius, the giant anteater, also known as giant ant bear. They are from South America, and they eat about 35,000 freaking ants per day. They prefer black ants. So like, not only do they eat hella ants, they're like particular. Because Zoological Wildlife Foundation can't literally hold that many ants, they give them a substitute diet, which is a smoothie that basically is an insectivore diet smoothie. It has pellets in it with proteins and nutrients that they basically would get from ants if they were to actually get a hold of some real life ants. And they mix that with some egg yolks, honey, apple cider vinegar, water, and other vitamins. Fun fact, the tongue of a giant anteater can measure up to 2 feet long. And they have really poor eyesight, but they can smell 40 times stronger than humans. His conservation status is endangered. Thing's freaking huge, Joe. Did not know an anteater was that big. Who remembers Arthur the aardvark? Shout out. Here we have a camel. He was eating something real frothy. It was not cute. What was he eating? I should have asked. It was just a lot of saliva. Here we have a chicken running across the road to meet the other chicken. There you go. That's the answer to that joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? To meet up with the other chicken. All right. Over here we have the ever so athletic large gibbons. The one that's on the fence right now, that's the female. Her name is Amaya. And her boothang is over there. His name is Ahmed. And they are from Southeast Asia. And they are considered lesser apes because, fun fact, monkeys versus apes. Monkeys have tails and apes do not. And they are considered lesser apes because they are smaller than the greater apes. They are from Southeast Asia. They are brachiators, which means that they are also bipedal when they need to be. So watch homeboy run across right here. Yup, get it. So yeah, that means they can run on their feet. It's kind of creepy how they do it, but it's really cool. Their arms are super long. The ones that are here, Ahmed and Amaya, they are 3 years old, and they will not be sexually mature until they are 6 years old. They're hoping that these two like each other because these apes tend to be monogamous. Basically, when they turn 6, they're gonna see if they like each other enough. And if they do, they will sing a duet that can be heard from 3 miles away. And this in the wild means that they're the couple and everybody else needs to back the F off. And apparently they said Ahmed has been practicing his song already, and it's very beautiful. Fun fact, they can swing up to 35 miles per hour. So look at homegirl Amaya here doing all the tricks for you. Get it, girl. She is swinging. Their conservation status is endangered. So here we have the Colobus monkeys, and in this specific enclosure we have Steven and Philip, who are brothers. Philip is the dominant one. He's the one with the biggest tail. He's the one that we encounter first because he has to make sure he gets fed before Steven can come up and grab some of the food. The Colobus monkeys are from South America and South Africa. They are herbivores, so they eat mostly veggies. They can eat fruits, but fruits do tend to hurt their stomachs. It's actually not that great for them. Here at ZWF, they eat mostly veggies. They have a 3-chamber stomach because they are herbivores. They also only have 4 fingers. Colobus is the Greek word for mutilation. Basically, it's like they have a mutilated thumb. My boy is just chewing on this leaf. He says, yum, 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 yum. The dominant usually has a bigger tail. Philip has the bigger tail. A fun nickname also for the Colobus monkeys is skunk monkey, because they look like skunks. It wasn't until Philip went away that Steven actually felt comfortable enough to come down and grab a leaf from us. Nature of the wild. Oh, here comes Steven for a treat. Their conservation status is near threatened. All right, in this enclosure, we have the black-crested mangabey. Funny enough, the 2 that are in here, it's a male and a female, and they are Mr. Grinch and Cindy Lou. And you will see why, because look at their hair. It's so funny. They look like the Grinch. Fun fact is that they groom their hair to look like that every morning. So it doesn't naturally lay like that. They groom themselves and each other to look like this. They are only found in Indonesia. They have food pouches in their mouth. They use this to store food, and they have the ability to store food in these pouches for 2 to 6 hours. Pretty cool. They can't use their tails to climb, but it does help them with balancing. They have pretty long tails, but they are not prehensile, meaning they cannot hang from them or put their body weight on their tails. And because they have cheek pads, they are technically categorized as part of the baboon family. The males in this situation are the dominant of the 2, which is why Mr. Grinch was banging on the enclosure, basically just to kind of ward us off and make sure that Lou is doing grand. Gotta protect her at all costs. Their conservation status is near threat. Alright, so over here we have some of my favorite monkeys, the Capuchins. In this enclosure, there are 3 of the younger ones that they have. But first of all, y'all, this one right here, she came up eating a dead bird. She was holding this dead bird in her hand, chewing on it. Yeah, that was a little traumatizing for me, but she dropped it. I was just more nervous that she was gonna throw it, but she dropped it. All right, we have 2 females and 1 male. We have Oliver, Abella, and Anastasia. Oliver is 3, Abella is 2, and Anastasia is 4 years old. Anastasia is the one that had the nasty little thing in her hand, y'all. She was the one eating the carcass. Capuchins are from South America. They are the smartest primates in the world. They are as smart as an average 5-year-old human. This is why we tend to see them a lot in movies and TV shows. It's because they are so smart and they are so easy to work with in terms of Hollywood, you know? They have a fully prehensile tail, meaning that they can use their tails to swing on. They can hold their whole body weight with their tails. Because they are so smart, they do respond to their own name. They also can reciprocate and learn actions, signs, signals, and gestures. Monkey see, monkey do. They like to try to figure out how things work, and it doesn't take them too long because, again, they are so smart. Their conservation status is least concern. You can actually have them as pets. It's not recommended, and I will tell you why. Once we get to the older capuchins, okay, these are their older capuchins. We have Richie, Angie, and Dee Dee, and they all kind of have their own little quirk to them. Richie, he likes to wave. Angie is a smiler, and Dee Dee, she actually has the ability to write her own name. These 3 monkeys were donated by owners who could no longer take care of them, and because of this, they do suffer from some PTSD, which is why I would not recommend having these as pets if you cannot fully commit to them. Because again, they live for up to 80 years old. 80 freaking years old. So if you are not willing to essentially take care of a 5-year-old for 80 years for the rest of your life, then it is not recommended for you to have them as a pet, because they are animals with feelings, and like these 3 here, they suffer from PTSD because their owners could no longer take care of them. They can also reproduce for as long as they are living. So an 80-year-old capuchin can still mate and still have offspring. If you are willing to have one of these animals, all it really takes is getting the permit in order for you to legally own one. But again, y'all, they live for 80 years. So your monkey is probably gonna outlive you. Keep that in mind. There's little Richie clapping. Angie smiles though, they're so cute. Capuchins are the only monkeys that I've interacted with in real life before ever coming to the Zoological Wildlife Foundation, because they are pretty common. I know of people that have some, and I love playing with them. It's the cutest thing. Okay, here we are heading over to the African crested porcupine. These are obviously from Africa. They are the largest rodent species in Africa, actually. And in this enclosure, they have 2 females and 1 male. Their names are Pokey, Pokey, and Pokemon. How freaking cute. The myth with porcupines is that they can throw their quills kind of like darts, but actually they just fall off. So like you lose a hair, they lose a quill. With these specific porcupines, their quills can grow up to 12 to 13 inches long, and they are made of keratin. They are very territorial and they are monogamous. Their conservation status is least concern. Over here we have the Tamandua, and they are the lesser anteater. Essentially, they have the same features and everything as the giant anteater, just on a smaller scale. And they eat about 10,000 ants per day, as opposed to the giant, which eats 35,000 per day. Fun fact, they like honey. I love honey too, I get it. These do have a semi-prehensile tail, which helps them maneuver around trees, helps them kind of find ants in the wild. Their conservation status is least concern. Just like the African crested porcupine, they're out here chilling. And this one was super cute, just climbing and stuff. Apparently there was another one in there, but it was in hiding, so. And they're not as particular about the type of ants, so they do find ants in their enclosure. The other one's a little bit more picky. So over here they have some emus and some pigs just kind of roaming around. Fun fact, the emu is the second largest bird on Earth. Not gonna lie, my first thought for the biggest bird on Earth was Big Bird, not gonna lie. But I looked it up and the largest bird on Earth is actually the ostrich. Over here, we're going to the tiger enclosure, and in here there are 4 tigers. In there they have the snow white Bengal tiger. Tigers actually prefer to be alone. They are solitary animals. So at about 1 year old, usually that's when they separate themselves from their parents and kind of just wander off on their own in the wild. At 1 year, they're usually about 150 pounds. The other tiger is the golden tabby Bengal tiger. And the one that they have in here, her name is Sarah. The golden tabby Bengal tiger, also known as the strawberry tiger, it's probably one of the rarest color combinations for a tiger. There are less than 3,000 of these left in the wild, and they are traditionally larger than traditional Bengal tigers, and they have softer fur. This is Sukita, the one that is currently playing in the water. And that's a fun fact about tigers, is they actually love water. Apparently it also stimulates them to use the potty, so that's why the water looks gross, because they get in the water, start playing in it, and they're like, oh, gotta go potty, and then they do it. Hence why the water be looking a little brown. Their conservation status is endangered. Then we have the royal white Bengal tiger. The one that they have here, her name is Bindi. She's white with visible stripes. She'll be coming out from the back right corner at some point. Essentially, she looks like a normal tiger, but instead of that yellowish tan, replace that with white. So she actually has stripes. It's pretty freaking cool. Her pigmentation is super rare, and they are considered a mutant variant of the existing tiger subspecies. The females get to be about 308 pounds and the males about 480 pounds. And these are extinct in the wild. And then we have the standard Bengal tiger, which is essentially the tiger that we all know, like that yellow, black stripe. They're usually yellow to light orange, and their stripes are usually dark brown to black. They are considered endangered. The one that they have in here, her name is Rhea. That was on the guide with me asked if there was a vet on property in case any of the animals got sick. Fun fact, they do. So if any of the animals on the property needs a vet, they have one there, as well as they have people that live on property 24/7. Also, fun fact, that pig right there, the black one, when we were walking in, the security was telling me he's been trying to catch that pig because it always gets out every time they open the gate, and it starts running around like in the people's yards across the street. So yeah, they were trying to get him earlier, but he's back now chilling on the wrong side of the gate with the other pigs. So over here, we're coming up to their final pride. A pride is essentially a group of lions made up of about 15 lions, mostly female. In this pride, they have a male African lion, 3 white lionesses, and a liger. The lionesses are way in the back, but I'm telling you, they all just looked at us, and if there's ever an animal that just looks majestic and pretty, it's a white lioness. Like, they just look so regal. We're just like staring at us. The African lion is the only cat that has a mane, and the males are the only one that have manes. Their roars can be heard for about 5 miles. Crazy. And they can run up to 50 miles per hour. Lionesses usually reach adult size by age 2. The liger, it's the largest cat on the planet. The one that they have in here, his name is Zeus. He's the one that's sitting basically in that little throne right there. He's massive. Right now, he's only half his size. He is half his size and currently weighs 600 pounds. So again, largest cats on the planet. A liger is a cross between a female tiger and a male lion. They grow up to about 900 to 1,000 pounds. They have about 6% chance of being able to have offspring. These only exist in captivity because lions and tigers don't really get along. And then over here we have the cougar. They are a lesser cat, and you can tell a lesser cat because they have different vocalizations from, say, a tiger or a lion. They actually don't roar. They purr, meow, and hiss like a normal, house kitty cat. It's actually really cute. A lot of these animals are being threatened out in the wild by many different factors, usually humans, deforestation, hunting, poaching, all of that gross stuff. And a lot of these animals who are either adopted or rescued are here essentially to help teach us about them. Some of the cats, especially like the liger, only exist in captivation. Check out their website, which is the zoologicalwildlifefoundation.com. Make reservations. Everything here is by reservation only. You can even adopt your favorite animal. Visit your specific animal up to 50 times with a friend. This was a great day for me. I was very happy to be there all the time, all the animals. I was just grinning the whole day, and then I met Limbani. To my left all the way. I'm about to meet Limbani. There he is.
Sorry for the wait.
It's okay. You're good. Hi.
So this is Limbani.
I've been wanting to meet you for so long.
She can take pictures. She can hold your GoPro if you want. Oh, is that the new one? The 360?
It is, yeah. It's the 360.
Very cool.
Do you want me to take it from there?
Oh, yeah, sure. You just hold it, however.
Hey, Limbani! Do not grab it.
Oh, it's this way. Okay.
It's both ways. It's 360.
So it's going to be what? See your ugly face.
Oh my goodness.
So there are some rules about when he's on the ground. Don't try to pick him up.
Okay.
He climbed on you.
Just
Let him give up. Yeah, let him do
thing.
him. Please no kissing.
Okay.
He gets sick just like you and I.
Aw.
He actually has a little cold right now.
Oh, no.
And we're going to try to avoid
Okay. You got
So
it.
you're more than welcome to approach and pet him. You can sit down to his level.
Cute.
You will most likely try to go through your
My stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
You're sick. Me too. It's like ready. Fine.
Can I take this off?
Limbani, no mouth. Hey, soft. You can be a little bit rough.
Where are you going? How old is he?
3.
So handsome. Hi. He's so strong.
Yep, he's probably as strong as
Nibble,
a
nibble.
16-year-old. Hey, no mouth. Thank you.
He's like, fine. Hi. 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 Can you push? So nice to meet you.
Let go.
Can I have it? Hi. Catch us in Vegas. So athletic. much does he weigh?
35. 5 more pounds and then we won't be able to do encounters with him either.
Oh man, I'm so happy I got to see you then.
It'll probably be in the next 6 months.
Oh wow. Aw. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. He's not gonna hurt himself. He's solid muscle.
He is.
Hey, no mouth.
Do you want to play? Do you want to play? You want to play? Yeah. Is this about as big as he gets? Just like 7 feet height?
5 feet tall, 200 pounds.
This is such a workout, but I love it. Hi. I've been wanting to meet you for so long. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just when I think he can't climb anymore, he's like,
Nope.
and watch me do this.
Yep. Just about, hey, stop chewing on her phone.
Is he?
Stop.
You got insurance. Huh. I still do
Who
it?
wants to go through the process again?
Oh, I forgot it's recording too. Perfect. Perfect angle of inside your mouth.
I'm on my way to the office to get a key to a lobby.
The left side. I feel even my right side's exhausted.
Can you do me a quick favor? Go in my locker. Mario has a
Don't bite my
check.
phone. Don't bite my phone.
Never mind.
Yeah. We won't go anywhere.
Mario, give me a second. I'm doing an encounter. I'll come bring you that check. Alright, it's in my locker in the front if you want to grab it.
You like my jacket? It tastes good.
Limbani, no mouth. Come on. Thank you. You're gonna break that and fall. Just like a little kid, you gotta let him in.
You know, yeah.
Come here, Limbani. Here, we'll take some pictures. So if you want to stand right here, you can give her your phone so she can take some stills.
I'll do both.
You can cradle your arms, hand over hand. Like that. Stay there. No, you're not gonna pull on her nose ring. Look. Limbani. Ooh. Limbani.
Perfect.
Yeah,
we'll
you're
do
so
one-
photogenic.
One more pose. You're gonna put your arms straight up. He's gonna stand on your shoulders, and you're gonna hold his hand.
Okay.
Perfect. Stay there. Look. Ooh. Beautiful.
This is my tour of the Zoological Wildlife Foundation at Miami, Florida. Whoop, whoop. I met Limbani, you guys. I've been wanting to do that for so long. He's so strong. Oh, I'm sweating. I'm sweating so much. That was so freaking cool. He's so big. And they said like in a couple months he's not even gonna be able to like do interactions anymore. So I'm so happy I got to meet him. So happy. Yes, I finally met Limbani. I've been wanting to meet Limbani for like almost a year now.